Congratulations to all the travelers traveling from India to Dubai. I have a good news for you all. Now, there are some restrictions and some of the requirements that you need to follow before coming to Dubai. So, I noted them in some points and now I'm going to tell you all. So, coming to the first point. The residents of UAE who are vaccinated here in UAE are only allowed to enter. So, the other people who are vaccinated in India and other countries are not allowed to enter in UAE. There might be some delay, but at present they are not allowed to enter in UAE. Only the UAE residents who took vaccination in here in UAE are allowed to enter. Now, coming to the second point, the approval process of this varies from Dubai and other Emirates. Now, coming to Dubai, the Dubai visa holders have to get their approval from GDRFA website. And coming to the next point, the other Emirates visa holders have to get their approval from ICA from their website. So this process will take about 30 minutes and yeah, everything will be done in that, including your passport, visa and other Emirates ID verification. Now coming to the next point, but the important point. So this is that all the passengers who are traveling to Dubai must have their valid UAE residence visa, and with that a fully vaccinated card which they give you here, which is approved by UAE's government, have to be with you, and you have to verify that with the GDRFA or the ICA, and then only you are allowed to enter in UAE. And your second dose of this vaccination have to be done before or prior to 14 days from your departure date. That's if your departure date is today on 5th. Now prior to 5th 14 days you have to take your second dose. And if you take your second dose in between these days, you're not allowed to enter in UAE, unfortunately. Now coming to the next thing, the exceptions to those who are not vaccinated yet. Yes, there are exceptions for people. They can enter in UAE, but there are exceptions for these people only. So the first, the holders of golden and the silver visas are allowed to enter in UAE without vaccination. The second thing is the healthcare workers are allowed, the education sector workers, the government employees, and the exhibitors and the participants of the Expo 2020 are allowed to enter in UAE without vaccination. Now I'll give you all that over here. Now coming to the next thing, these are the rules, or these are the things you have to follow before boarding your flight. So the first thing is that the passengers who are traveling to Dubai must have their COVID-19 test negative certificate within 48 hours of their test sample and the departure time. So this COVID-19 PCR test must be taken from a certified lab from UAE's government, and a QR code must be linked to this original report. And the second point is that passengers must complete their COVID-19 rapid test, which is a rapid test, before 4 hours of their departure time. Now let me tell you clearly. So these are the two tests you have to follow. First thing is that you have to take a COVID-19 PCR test 48 hours prior to your departure time. And with this report, you also have to take a 4 hours rapid test. You have to take a rapid test 4 hours before your departure time, which is necessary or which is important. Now this is usually taken in airport, so this is most important prior to your departure. This is a new rule, so don't forget, 48 hours before you have to take a PCR test, and 4 hours before your departure time you have to take a rapid test. Now both must be negative, of course. And coming to the last and the final point, after you reach in Dubai, you have to take a COVID-19 PCR test, which is usually done here. And that's it, you're in Dubai. And if your test is negative, you're free to roam. But if you get a positive test report here in UAE after your PCR test has done, then you have to go under a 14-day quarantine in your home or any place you want. So, and after that you have to take your sample again, and if it comes negative, then you're good to go. You can free roam. So in this manner you can come to Dubai from India or any other country. And this is it for the video, guys. These are the rules and regulations you have to follow before boarding your flight. And those who are traveling, have a safe journey and a happy journey. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. This is your Anchor signing off. Tata.